Hi, my name is Amber Novosel. There are many issues related to early childhood education, but today I would like to discuss one issue I feel strongly about, which is the teacher shortage. This is something we are seeing nationally, and more specifically in our special education classrooms. The field of special education has faced many challenges, with its biggest one being the fight to get certified special education teachers into the classroom. If you look across the United States, many schools struggle to staff their special education rooms with not only a teacher but also support staff. With the rising number of children with disabilities, these teachers and staff are heavily relied on to give these students the support and education they need. With the lack of special education teachers, children who require special needs and different learning techniques won't properly receive these services. Over the past few years, the number of students has significantly increased, making the number of students per teacher higher. This makes it harder for teachers to give students one-on-one time. In the last 20 years, we did see an increase in teachers during some years, but sadly, after the pandemic in 2020, many schools saw a significant decrease in teachers. After reviewing reports that were made in 2024, there were schools that reported being up to 80% short-staffed. Another research into this shortage showed that in June of 2025, there were 411,549 teacher positions, either vacant or filled by non-certified teachers, and most of this short staffing was in our special education classrooms. Another big contributor to the staffing shortage we are facing is the burnout and turnover rates we see in early education settings. The cause of this is that teachers are often overworked and receive very little support, which ultimately impacts their performance and leads to quitting. It was reported that when schools have these vacancies in teaching or non-teaching roles, other employees often have to add work to their workload. I have seen this firsthand in my experience, working in the 3-for-5 self-contained classroom. The students at times can require a lot of one-on-one attention and redirection, and when not receiving it would have behaviors that were hard to handle. This can be exhausting and a lot to deal with without the proper support and number of people. It's important that we address this, especially in our early education special needs classrooms, as this is the time that we make the most impact on these students and set them up for success. We need to offer more incentives for our special education teachers and staff, making sure they feel appreciated and supported. It also needs to be taken into consideration that certain students with certain behaviors may require one-on-one staff to make sure situations can be handled safely. These classrooms should be allowed higher staff to student ratios to ensure the students and the team are all supported. An organization that looked to help solve this issue was the PDE and TNTP, which studied the best way to staff schools so that all students have the support they needed in their schools. Ultimately, improving teacher support and increasing staffing in our special education classrooms will help to solve the situation we are facing in our classrooms. Not only will this help to resolve our staffing crisis, but it will also have an impact on the education and support our students receive. Our students deserve teachers and staff who can give them the time they deserve. And by resolving the staffing issue, this will give them the time and education they deserve. This will have a positive impact on our students and their families as their child succeeds in school. To end my speech, another good thing that comes from addressing the staffing issue we see in our schools is that this will also promote good and a sense of appreciation in our schools. It's important to make sure our teachers and staff feel appreciated and heard, as this has a positive impact on them and their students. A happy and supported teacher causes a sense of a community between them, their team, their students, and their students' families, ultimately leading to a better environment for all. Thank you.